It was day 3 along the Oklahoma Adventure Trail, and today Mike and I would depart Sayre, headed for Quartz Mountain State Park. This would take us into mountain country. Well, what we call mountains here in Oklahoma anyway. And according to our route waypoints, across 3 river fords, one of them labeled Tough. You see that short telephone pole there for the mailbox on the left?
Pulling out of the Sayre City campground, getting back on the OAT.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 3 of the Oklahoma Adventure Trail. We are leaving Sayre City Park, where we camped last night.
Looking forward to today. It should be a fun one.
If I remember right, it's 110 miles roughly today.
Okay, so a little further than yesterday. So actually almost twice as far as yesterday, if I remember right.
Well, if we don't get off this pretty soon, we might have that 110 miles done in no time.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Looks like we got a little bit of highway, then we get into some back roads here, hopefully soon.
Looks like we're getting back on the dirt.
Call these Bluffs?
Yeah, that's what I would call them.
I guess this is sort of what you expect with western Oklahoma.
It's unusual for me anyway. We don't see these much. We're out around Tulsa, eastern Oklahoma, but they sure are pretty. There's some more bluebirds. They're really pretty. Lots of them out here.
Could be barn swallows. They look like swallows, but they're like that.
detail in the mortar joints here. I wonder if this was an old schoolhouse or maybe a courthouse or something with this long hallway with all the rooms off to the sides.
This is Plainview School, JC 13. I wonder what that would mean.
Basketball court's really neat. I really probably better get off of it. It feels pretty brittle. I'm gonna walk back over this way, but multiple layers of wood down. And out here it still looks pretty decent. I'm sure it's a lot rotten, but looking at the stage over here, you wonder when this was an active auditorium basketball court, and the kinds of performances that went on, plays or the school band or orchestra or whatever, than the basketball games that were played in here.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. You think of flat Oklahoma. That's not flat everywhere.
No, it's not, but a lot of it is. Lucy was commenting how, we were driving through the central part of the state and it was really flat, and all of a sudden we get out here towards Quartz Mountain and then down to where we stayed the first night, near Black Kettle, and all the hills and canyons and stuff there. It was really neat, really different.
These canyons, I'm not sure what you would call them. Drainages, maybe?
I think they should be arroyos, wouldn't they?
Okay. A little soft. Good call on that. That was pretty soft.
Looks like a well-traveled road.
Does. I'm kind of surprised that they leave that dirt spot, that soft spot like it, not filled in with gravel.
Salt Fork Crossing, dead ahead. 4-wheel drive, definitely.
Copy that.
no water. A lot of sand.
I'm gonna hang here a little bit, let some of this dust dissipate.
Well, if you imagine what western Oklahoma looks like, this is probably pretty close to what many people imagine.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Something like that, as wide open as it is, you'd almost expect to see prairie dogs or something out there. I see a lot of little mounds like gophers and things, but nothing like a prairie dog pasture though. Got some little soft spots here at the top of the hill, just watch it there.
We're running parallel to the river right now.
I hate to see it dead, but it looks like a porcupine right here maybe. Yep, porcupine.
Sure is. That's too bad. I'd love to catch one of them alive.
Oh, I missed the turn. Hold off. That's a turn right there behind me. It's our next river crossing right up there.
That's our next river crossing.
I'm gonna pull up behind you.
You know, that other road does not show where you went straight inadvertently, does not show on my map. Maybe that's the way we're supposed to go now.
Yeah, I bet they built a bridge over the river, and I bet that's it.
So we found a lock gate, having to back up and go around. This was one of our second river crossing for the day. Somebody spent a lot of money on this bridge.
Mike just heard something he described as might have been a tire, so he's checking it out. Turn off my Jeep so he can hear better.
My TPMS hasn't gone off, so I think I'm okay. It might have just been a rock that got kicked up that I heard that kind of sounded like a tire blowing.
We stopped in the town of Mangum at Napa, and I picked up a couple of new wiper blades. These have been streaking a little bit and interferes with using the GoPro out of the windshield sometimes. And we also got a couple of parts, rubber hose and a couple of plastic fittings, hose fittings, so that Mike might be able to do a temporary fix on his windshield wiper nozzles, one of which is broken. No, not a bad place to spend eternity, I suppose.
No, definitely not.
Uh-oh.
What's uh-oh?
Well, I can barely see, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to cross. It's another wildlife management area.
Well, that's much better than road closed sign.
I'm going to go ahead and try and go across. Just wait here for me, okay?
I'm just gonna pull up to where you're sitting. I've got my GoPro going.
All right. Dumb me, I was still in four-wheel drive high.
Low would be a little bit better, probably. That's sandy, isn't it? That looks really soft. That's how I'm supposed to do it.
just across the road.
Well, we just departed the Oklahoma Adventure Trail, headed to where we're going to be camped here at Quartz Mountain. And tomorrow we'll come back here, Highway 44, where the Oklahoma Adventure Trail crosses, and we'll pick it up again and continue on. Upon arrival at Quartz Mountain State Park, there was some confusion as to our campsite locations caused by a new reservation system. And because the main lodge was being renovated, we had a brief search before we found help, so Mike and I could have adjacent campsites.
It does have some water in it down here, but it does look way low.
This is mine, 01. Right in here.
Right, that guy gets stuck. Yeah. Didn't know to put it in four-wheel drive low. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe it took me so long to realize. Trying to get up that hill in four-wheel drive high. I was trying to get up in four-wheel drive high, not low.
Yeah.
I just forgot to put it into low.
But the, yeah, I was hoping they'd have a little bit of water in some of those river crossings, but they were all dry.
Very dry.
Well, one of them we had to bypass.
Yeah. So that was disappointing.
Yeah.
That's probably the wet one.
Yeah. I think that's the only one we saw water at. It wasn't.
Yeah, there was water right there at that other bridge we crossed.
Yeah. But no, good day. We saw the, was that the Plainview School?
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
That was a pretty neat building.
The old gymnasium in there. And,
Yeah, a multi-use room.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
That was, for something different, that was probably, to me, the highlight of the day, was actually that.
yeah.
And that's not marked on the map, but it's right there. Roads were generally pretty good. Quite a bit of pavement again, which sped things up, fortunately.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be getting here later.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, not too much pavement, but probably, what, 40%, 30% pavement today?
Yeah. Miles is a little bit off, but, I just do that. I laid the rock